we grow up in our gaming life, we start off with Nintendo games. Well, most of us did anyway. Then we moved on to the Super Nintendo. After the Super Nintendo, we have things like the PlayStation, the Game Boy, the PlayStation 2, the PSP, the DS, and every other game console out there. So I ask you this, gamers. When it comes to your gaming life, how do you even begin to pick your favorites, let alone your top 25 favorites? Well, that's what we're going to do this month. Is I'm going to take you on a journey, and you'll be able to discover my top 25 video games. Well, I should say my top 25 most memorable video games of all time, and why. Yeah, I know. I went way back for the for this one, for this day 15 choice, guys. I know. Went all the way back to the Sega Dreamcast, and bear with me, guys. Bear with me as I show you this little short video clip of those fish. But no, this is not a joke. This is not an April Fool's. This is not a lulz moment. This is not a joke. April Fool's nothing. This is legit. This is legit, guys. Legitness. Fish. Fish. Super big. I know, guys. Trust me. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Roll. Why? 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 Are you super into fishing? No. Are you like some super fishing game expert? No. Do you really like these sort of fishing games a lot? No. Then roll, you ask yourself. Why is this game even on your list? The reason is this. This, and only this is a reason why this is on my list. Keep in mind, as I've said many times already, the games on this list are not necessarily going to be my favorite games, but they are definitely going to be ones that are my most memorable. Some of them happen to be my favorite, and some of them are just ones that I have strong memories with. And Sega Bass Fishing and this controller are specifically why this one's on my list. So this is indeed a controller. It was for the Dreamcast system, and it was made specifically for fishing games, but I believe, if memory serves me, that this controller was made especially for the release and launch of Sega Bass Fishing for the Dreamcast. So why is this one on my list? Why is it memorable? Because I used to play this game, well, not like actively play it like, yay, this is the best game ever sort of thing, but again with my brother. He had a Dreamcast a long time ago, and we would play like Sonic and, those sort of games, and for some reason or another he got this fishing game, Sega Bass Fishing, and for the longest time we would just play it with like your regular controller, because you can totally do that. You can just play with a controller. And then he brought it to my house and we were playing, and then he took it back to his house. Well, when he took it back to his house, he got this controller, and he was showing me how it works. So we would play with this controller, and it's actually really, really neat. Like, you throw it like it's an actual fishing rod and fishing line. You reel it in with that little knobby thing on the side. Sorry, with this here. You reel in the fish, and I don't remember if you had to press buttons or not. You might have had to press it to like get the direction of it and to like snag it on the line or something. I don't remember. It's been a long time, but I do remember you have to reel it in with that little knobby thing on the side. So it all works fine and dandy when you have normal fish. But if you try to reel in a big fish, now that's where the problem comes up, and that's why it's on my list. Because he might have broke this controller trying to reel in a big fish. Maybe, perhaps he broke it. He was trying, yeah, guys, he totally did. He tried to reel in a big fish, and the controller broke. I think he went and bought another one, but that one broke too, again on a big fish, because I guess they didn't take into account that a big fish, you have to like pull and reel more with this controller, and that's kind of not a good thing when your controller is just basically a thin thing of plastic. And if you're like trying to reel in fast so you don't lose the fish, it's not gonna work so good and the controller's gonna break. Maybe that's part of the reason why the Dreamcast is no more, or at least these controllers are no more. I don't think I've actually ever seen these type of controllers anymore. I might have to look it up. 1 second. Okay, so I couldn't find anything else about it too much, other than there's like a generic non-Sega version of this controller. Anyway, yeah, I just remember that my brother had the Dreamcast and bought this controller for this game because he really liked the fishing game. And then he broke it. Like, 2 controllers that he bought, he broke. The same sort of like fishing controller. I know the first one was like the official Sega one. I don't know if the second one was another official Sega one, or if he just bought like the generic one, which is like Intertech, something like that is the name brand of like the generic one. But I will never forget, he was telling me he broke the controllers that he bought like twice. Broke 2 controllers because he was trying to reel in a big fish and he couldn't. And this was a game that we kind of played like together a little bit. Took turns, whatever. Back in the days of Dreamcast. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this video and choice. And I'm sorry if you didn't like it, but the story is better than the game, I'll say that much. So bye, guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye.